Robert stood guard outside an abandoned factory, weapon in hand. Suddenly, with the sound of bolts loosening and a broken-down garbage truck pulling into motion, a mysterious creature wrapped in black cloth was hoisted into the air. Robert struck the black covering with the butt of his rifle, trying to uncover what lay beneath. But just then, another creature, a Darkseeker, burst out of the factory door. The moment it stepped into the sunlight, it shrieked and instantly retreated, unable to bear the burning rays. What Robert didn't know was that this very creature would almost cost him his life not long after. This was the world 1 year after the viral outbreak. Humanity was all but extinct. Robert was likely the last surviving man in the city, maybe even the world. Luckily, he was immune to the virus, and more than that, he had once been part of the military's research team that worked on this very outbreak. Through relentless experimentation, Robert had recently developed a drug that reduced aggression in infected lab rats. Today, he had captured a female Darkseeker with one purpose in mind: clinical testing. He wanted to see if his serum could help infected humans return to normal. At first, the creature's heart rate began to drop. Its breathing steadied, it seemed to be working. But the next moment, she turned violent, thrashing wildly. After a fit of chaos, the Darkseeker flatlined. No pulse, no breath. Robert shook his head in defeat. Frustrated but determined, he retrieved another dose of the serum. Moments later, the creature's heart began to beat again. She started to breathe. Another failed trial, another wave of disappointment. That afternoon, as Robert drove home with his loyal dog Sam, something caught his eye at an intersection. He slammed the brakes. There, standing in the distance, was a shadowy figure. Robert threw the car in reverse and sped toward it. When he stepped out and approached the figure, disbelief washed over his face. It was just a mannequin. But how? How did it get there? 100 thoughts raced through his mind. He grabbed his gun and shouted at the figure, desperate for an answer. Of course, none came. In that moment, Robert realized how ridiculous it was to expect a response from a lifeless object. Still, unable to hold back the storm of emotions inside him, he fired his gun wildly into the air, venting everything he'd been holding in. After emptying his rage, he slowly walked toward the mannequin. But just as he stepped into a shallow pool of water ahead,